Sup nerds, it's another Thursday and that means it's time to get some free games. Of course, as per usual, I do put the links on my description for your ease of access, so let's take a look at everything that we can claim this week. And today here on Epic Games PC we get two games, and the first game is Citizen Sleeper, in which you live a life of an escaped worker on a lawless station at the edge of the interstellar society. This was apparently inspired by the flexibility and freedom of tabletop RPGs. You can explore the station, choose your friends, escape your past, and change the future. The second game that we can get this week is RoboBeat, and this looks very cool. Kinda looks like a very slightly low poly frenetic shooter where your damage scales with your ability to keep a rhythm. You can wall run, grapple hook, slide, and bunny hop your way through the haphazard mansion of a crazed robot showman. Pretty cool. On Epic Games Mobile, we get the mobile version of Construction Simulator 3, and I don't know, I always say I'm not a huge fan of simulator games. There's so many of them now, and they're spawning sequels upon sequels. It honestly feels mostly like shovelware to me, with some very niche audience. If you are into this kind of thing, great, but if not, it's not a huge loss, I guess. Now on to Prime Games. This time we get 4 games, one being Between Time escape room claimed for GOG. And we did get 2 escape room games before this one, made by the same people, and both were pretty interesting. This is much of the same, just with a different setting and a different plot, but this time also with time traveling, which is a pretty interesting twist for an escape room game. The second game we can get here on Prime this week is Sundew Island, claimed for GOG, and just from that name itself you can tell this is one of those cozy games. And though I often say in these videos that I'm a huge sucker for games like this time not really. I don't know. I don't know if it's just like that on the trailer or if the actual game is like this as shown in the trailer. It looks like the game is constantly running with a few frame drops. It feels a little choppy, I don't know what's going on, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Not to mention the name itself feels like a uninspired sell on a more popular title. It makes me wonder if the game will be much like that as well. As far as I can tell from this trailer, there doesn't seem to be anything that really makes this farming game special compared to others. And for whatever reason, the graphics feel a bit soulless, maybe unfinished, I don't know. And the third game that we can get in Prime this week is Wargame Construction Set 3 Age of Rifles, claimed for GOG, and this does look like one of those really old games for DOS. Maybe it will be nostalgic to some people, but honestly, I've never heard of this game and I am fairly old, so no nostalgia here. The fourth game that we can get in Prime Games this week is Space Grunts 2, also claimed for GOG, and we did get the first game last month, I think, or some time ago. And like the first game, this is a turn-based roguelike game, but the big difference here is that every battle and interaction here in the second game is handled using your deck of cards, so that's kind of cool and pretty different from the first one, I guess. Also, a reminder that on Prime you can claim not only these games but several of the games that came in the previous weeks and months, and some of them are really cool, so if you haven't checked them out yet and you have Prime, maybe you should. On Steam this week, we get just one game which has been available for this whole month of June, every year, of course, it being Tell Me Why.
Tell me why.
Tell Me Why, from that time Jake made the perp sing that song.
Wait a minute, you guys know about that? Were any of you actually there?
You've told us the story many times.
And tried to recreate the moment on several occasions.
And like I mentioned before, we do get this every June, every year, so chances are you already have this, but in case you don't, this is a story-driven game about twins with a supernatural bond, and they use this bond to try and discover the truth about their troubled past. And this week, that's it. Not as many good games or as many games as last week, but it is what it is. So tell me, are you going to be playing any of these? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to see more videos like this, and of course, always nerd on.